There are two types of protagonists in narrative-driven video games. You have the blank slates like those found in Monster Hunter, where the player has to inject themselves into the character, usually through the form of customization. And then we have those like Henry here, who are purpose-built characters, designed and written to fit within the narrative structure that the developers have built. This approach can be a little bit risky if the purpose-built character does not resonate with the player. But for me at least, so far the vibes I'm getting from Henry are immaculate. Especially when it comes to his mindset, whether he's working the sharpening wheel at the forge or rolling the dice at the tables. You can rest assured that first name Henry, last name of Skalitz never stops that grind. My conversation options are to play some dice because she's sitting at the table already, right? But then I can go deeper in the conversation, inquire, where again my option is just to play some more dice. Henry's a gambler of focus. He's committed to the craft. That's all that's on his mind. Rolling the dice, that's all he thinks about day and night. He's just like me, for real. You good there? You're looking a little drunk, my friend. I can't even talk to you. You're looking a little smacked.
Grant you health.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm kind of concerned about your health, though. You are looking blitzed into another dimension, dude. Maybe you've had a long day of work, or maybe you've been drinking out the barrel. I'm going to take your gold coins and just keep them safe so that no one else would, takes advantage of you. So you go on about your day, you take care, friend, and stay off the booze and get some sleep. Stay hydrated. When I started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I was excited to dive into the world that was Central Europe in the 1400s, and maybe even learn a thing or two. What I was not expecting was to develop such an appreciation for how far we've come as a society. And I don't mean any of that social inequality stuff. Yeah, nobody cares about that. I'm talking about centralized plumbing. I've never said these words before, but I love toilets. I am so grateful to the guy who invented the toilet, even if he was a filthy Englishman. Man, etiquette has really developed quite a bit in the past, 600 years? Let's use this castle as an example. So this room, it's like a living room of sorts, some very distinguished ladies are here, just a little common area. And then over here is a more private area. We got rooms, we got beds. I'm currently trespassing, it's living quarters. And then in this hallway up the stairs, we got the scribe's quarters, like the scribe for this entire castle, man. A very important, again, distinguished individual. And in this hallway connecting all of these three areas, we got a toilet or a privy, as they say. We just got a place to do your business right in this common walkway, just a few feet away from a guard patrol. There's no door, there's not even a curtain. It's a real community shitting situation they got going on here. It's wild. Imagine just coming out to get a breath of fresh air and, oh wait, you can't because someone's just dropping the deuces straight down here and what looks to be on a walkway as well. That right there is actually the guardhouse. After a long day of running security on this castle, imagine trying to sleep at night and you just hear the pitter patter of poop and piss just raining down on the roof above you. Man, couldn't be me, man. I'd rather be a peasant, kind of like I am in real life. I'm a full-time YouTuber, also known as professionally unemployed. It is my humble opinion as a seasoned gamer that the best kind of storytelling is environmental storytelling. Because the show don't tell approach allows for you, the player, to fill in the blanks on your own and develop the narrative naturally. Even if what's running through your mind isn't necessarily what the developers were trying to convey. That individual personal narrative buildup allows for the story to stick a little bit easier and thus become more memorable in general. On a side note, this is 100% true, by the way. The night after this play session, I had a dream about my 5-year-old lighting her hair on fire. I have no idea if this has anything to do with it or if it means anything at all. I'll ask my therapist on Monday. Now, this right here is an example of pristine environmental storytelling in a video game. There's no notes. No one told me to come here. I just stumbled across this camp on my own. And what I found is a campsite burned to the ground, and these are all musical instruments. And if I walk down here following the trail of destruction, as it were, find a corpse, which I'm assuming is a musician, judging by the fact that somebody has jammed a flute down his throat and a horn up his behind. I imagine what happened is some musician was out here playing in the woods. Some passerby wasn't a big fan of all the ruckus, and he killed him. Since he was dead, he could not maintain his campsite, and he started a very small forest fire. At least that's the pieces I'm putting together in my head. Who knows? Very morbid, but you know what? Pretty unique and very memorable. All right, I just stumbled across some more environmental storytelling. We got ourselves an individual here. I don't know what his deal is, and he was murdered by someone shoving a flute through his ear. So I'm beginning to see a pattern here. The last guy may not have been a musician. Perhaps he was murdered by a musician, and there is some rampaging, murderous musical individual going through the countryside and absolutely going off on the townsfolk. He's not even looting them either. He's just doing it for the love of the game. Maybe this is some unmarked side quest, or perhaps this is just some Easter egg about murderous musicians in the 1400s. I have no idea. Perhaps I just need to keep looking for victims. This is just encouraging me to explore even more and uncover more horrific scenes of violence by a musically inclined individual. This clip right here is a great example of KCD2's conflict with realism. On the one hand, no matter how sleepy or drunk you are going to hear your buddy screaming for his life 10 feet away from you. I don't know, maybe the dude left his AirPods in? On the other hand, having the people you rely on not be there for you in your time of need is just so real that I almost feel bad for the first guy.
I'll get you! Alert! Alert! Ah!
Hey there, Mr. Bandito. Did you not hear your buddy? I think he was trying to get your attention specifically. You know, considering the 5 other bandits I ran into are no longer in a position to hear anything anymore, I feel like bro here was communicating with you deliberately about something rather important. Oh!
Alert! To arm!
You're calling an alert when you didn't even respond to his? I might tolerate banditry, but I will never tolerate hypocrisy.
Shut your stupid mouth! You have no idea who you're talking to.
Yeah, to a weasel who shoots from the bushes instead of a fair fight.
Name calling, the ultimate weapon.
This young knight deserves a fair chivalrous duel.
Let's do it. Oh, he took off his helmet. You're going to regret that.
If he's good enough, I'll let him live.
Yeah, 1v1, 1v1, 1v1 interventions on Rust, 10 lives. Is this even my sword? Am I going to start with full health, at least? No, I don't start with full health. Okay, we just... Oh, that was it? One sword swing? I literally beat him, the 1v1, with a single sword swing. It's kind of anticlimactic. Wow, that's a lot of blood for a single slash, dude. Oh! Did I get you in the eye? No wonder I won that fight. Oh, is this just going to transition to me swinging from a tree? This doesn't really feel like the textbook definition of a decisive victory, if you know what I mean. This scene right here speaks to me in a way that's difficult for me to talk about because I too am haunted by nightmares of bald men. The context is very different, but I assure you, dear viewer, the emotion is similar. Ooh, nightmares. My favorite. Nightmare, 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 nightmare. Oh, that's Ma and Pa. Oh, that basket's full of wood? Damn. Mom, you strong as hell. Uh-oh, watch out. Oh, no. Why would Joe Rogan do this? Oh, no, Joe Rogan, please. I beg you. When did you grow a mustache? You know, actually, with like the dark red, the contrasting colors in that dark red, he kind of looked like Steve Harvey there for like a split second. This is such a caveman way of killing dudes. Like we have guns and crossbows and stuff, and I'm over here just throwing rocks on dudes. This is crazy. War just be like that, I guess. Man, I cannot stand it when a video game punishes me for being a little loot goblin. I didn't take anything, I might have been thinking about it, but objectively, I did not commit theft. What kind of world do we live in where an honest man can't rifle through somebody else's personal belongings? I thought this was America. Well, actually, it's Bohemia, but still.
What the hell are you taking? I'll have none of that.
Easy now. I surrender.
That's enough.
Oh, I thought I was gonna sweet talk my way out of that, but no. Wow, that's the first time ever getting caught by a guard stealing something has just resulted in an immediate game over. Okay, I was just looking in the barrel to look for crossbow bolts. I didn't steal a crossbow bolt, I was just looking. I didn't really steal it, I was like more like window shopping. It was like window theft, we'll call it. I hadn't actually taken anything yet, but no, I lose the game just for looking in the barrel full of freaking arrows. Okay. Whatever. I sure hope you enjoyed, dear viewer. If you did, please like the video and subscribe for more. And until the next one, this is not goodbye for good, just goodbye for now.
Did you forget your clothes somewhere?
Aye, at your mother's place when I was shagging her.
How rude!